what you want now. Feels like you're looking for something better.
Hello, amazing, beautiful people. Welcome to Raw Vegan Rising. My name is Shane Sterling, and it is my prayer that this video is very helpful for you. I've been raw vegan for 6 years. I'm celebrating a full 6-year anniversary this month, and I really wanted to just share my perspective of where I'm at now from this vantage point. Because every year I've been raw vegan, I seem to have like a different level, a different depth of understanding and epiphany. So I'd really love to share my current perspective with you. And I think it's going to be really helpful for you to hear, actually quite eye-opening and could be life-changing to hear this message. So please stick around. Now, first I'd like to say though, I went vegan when I was 17 years old. And that was in 1990. That was 34 years ago. So I've really been on this plant-based journey for multiple decades. I'm really committed to mastering a plant-based diet above all else. Like, I love being plant-based. I love being raw vegan. I have to be raw. It just suits my energetic, suits my aura, suits like how I see myself in the world. And I just really couldn't have it any other way. I'm not tempted by cooked food. I'm not tempted by animal products. I love this lifestyle. It has set me free, and it is the pinnacle of my success and everything I've achieved, and I'm just so grateful for it. And everything I know I've put into my free video course. My free video course is really cool, and I highly recommend you sign up for that. It's called How to Go Raw Vegan Start Here Guide, and there is a link in the description below. You put in your name and email, and you get the first video delivered to your inbox. I will not spam you. You can unsubscribe at any time. This is literally my free gift to you to help educate, inspire, uplift, and lead you down the path that I went down that was so inspiring for me. So if you watch that video course, you're going to understand exactly how I've gotten to this level of who I am now and why I've been raw vegan for 6 years. And I would love to jump in to share with you what I've learned as a raw vegan of 6 years. Okay, here we go. Number one thing, there is empowerment beyond health. Often when we start on our health journey, we're seeking empowerment. We're seeking healing. We're seeking some sort of answer to a problem. We come to raw food. We come to healing to like solve our problems and to get more empowered and to get more clear. Well, there is steps of empowerment well beyond that stage. As we experience healing with a raw vegan diet, we become someone who wants to share that message. We want to share the inspirational story and transformation we're experiencing. And that's where it leads to our true desire as a human to serve others. And when we feel that kick in, that desire to serve others, that is the next level of empowerment beyond health. And that's the level of empowerment that I'm at now. I've been raw vegan for 6 years. I mean, I'm at exceptional health in my life. I'm 50 years old. You can see it in my skin and my eyes and my hair. I love my diet and lifestyle, and I'm very grateful for it. However, empowerment doesn't stop with health. We have to work on our business, our financial empowerment, our relationships, our service to others. And it's the full combination of all of that that leads us to be the highest empowering version of ourselves. And that's where I'm at now today and why it's my number one on my list. Number two is service to others. When we heal ourselves, naturally, we want to help others understand the power. Now, we have a very, very specific instinct as a human to serve others, because if we are not serving others, we are not in our power. We are not in fulfillment in our life. We're going to be seeking happiness. We're going to be seeking satisfaction outside of ourselves, which leads to more emptiness. Then we turn to junk food and we eat more and more junk food trying to fill the emptiness, when really what we're looking for is service to others. We have to give away that which we want to get. If you want to be raw vegan, help others become raw vegan. If you want to be empowered, help others become empowered. If you want to make $1 million, help others make $1 million. Give away that which you came here to get. That's a universal law. It's the law of reciprocity. It's unescapable. Just like gravity, you can't escape it. So if you're struggling with eating disorders, emotional eating, binge eating, if you're turning to food to entertain yourself or numb yourself out in any way, shape, or form, what you're lacking is a service to others. So it's your responsibility to build your service to others. How are you going to serve people? You can't serve people wrong. You just have to get started and get into it, and it's going to give you an upliftment, a fulfillment that you've never experienced before in your life. This is the level I'm at. Because in my Raw Vegan Heroes group, of course, I have over 2,600 members that I help every day. I have 50 business clients right now in my business mastermind membership. I have worked with hundreds of private clients over the years as being a raw vegan, one-on-one on the phone. I've been in it with people. And it's that service level that is transformative and next level. And I highly recommend it to everybody. Number 3 on my list is raw is not about perfectionism. The first thing we think when we think about going raw vegan is that, I have to never eat another bite of cooked food again as long as I live, and it's going to be so overwhelming, and we stop ourselves because we get overwhelmed with these absolutes and this perfectionism. Being raw vegan is just about what you do most consistently, what you do the majority of the time. Look, we live in the world. There's cooked food. I go to a restaurant with my girlfriend. I might order like a side of steamed Brussels sprouts or something because I'm in the world. But having one order like that doesn't make me not a raw vegan, because what I do consistently most of the time makes me a raw vegan. So the truth here is that we just have to start on our path, let it be messy, figure it out as you go. Don't try to be perfect. Don't try to be ready, because there is no being ready and there is no being perfect. You just have to be messy and be willing to fail forward and do the best you can as you go. That's the freedom you're looking for. In fact, when we drop the perfectionism and we allow ourselves to be human, we allow ourselves to just say yes to our hero's journey without knowing how, we have a miraculous experience. This is what I've done. I never tried to be perfect. I just wanted to be the best version of myself. I just wanted to prove to myself that I could be raw, and it led me down this path. And here I am today. That leads me to number 4 on my list, which is raw is a total freedom lifestyle. Total freedom. Physical empowerment, mental, emotional clearing and empowerment, spiritual empowerment. It naturally brings out and triggers your drive for service to others. It's your own healing transformation, connects you to the divine matrix around you, makes you feel and look your best. It's really invigorating. It gives you clarity. It gives you energy. It gives you hope. It reduces your anxiety. It gives you a way to contribute. It gives you a vision bigger than yourself. It's everything that the human psyche wants. And when you step onto the path of being raw vegan, it's freedom, total freedom. You don't have to count calories. You're not going to get fat. You are going to feel the best of your life, and it's going to lead you to the ultimate fulfillment you could possibly imagine. I mean, what more could you ask than that? Number 5 on my list is support is the first step, not food, not detox. Okay, from my vantage point at 6 years raw vegan, support is what we need the most, because most of us are in the lone wolf syndrome. We are in isolation. We've talked ourselves down from what we need most. We think we have to be isolated. We think we're stronger alone. We think we have to do it alone. We've convinced ourselves of these ridiculous stories. The first breakthrough somebody needs is support. The first breakthrough is actually getting out of the lone wolf syndrome and starting to make a gesture toward connecting to other like-minded souls and individuals who are on the path, hiring a coach, seeking support, joining my Raw Vegan Heroes group. That's the first step. Getting out of your isolation is the first step. Now, most people think food is the first step. But if you start eating food, you're going to come up against your isolation. You're going to come up against how you've walled yourself off from that which you need the most. Actually, hiring a coach, being someone who has a coach, is actually a life-changing action just by itself, because you're no longer in isolation. You're surrendering to being someone who needs help. And that's actually the first step. So if you think detox is the first step, like, to be raw vegan, I have to go through detox. you're never going to even get started, because you actually have to get out of your self-isolation, the lone wolf syndrome, where you've walled yourself off from even starting in the first place, because you would have already been there. So the reason you're at where you're at now listening to me, and I'm at where I am right now talking to you, is because of the support system I have, in my life. And I've dropped it. I've dropped the lone wolf syndrome. I used to think I was stronger alone and that I had to do it alone to prove that I was stronger alone. That is a slippery slope of isolation, the devil's playground that leads us down the path of ego, talking us down from what we need most. You got to reach out and connect. Support. Connection is currency, the currency of the universe. And your network is your net worth. If you're struggling, network is your net worth. And that leads me to number 6, which is my Raw Vegan Heroes community. My God, I started my Raw Vegan Heroes community about 3.5 years ago. And it's been the best, most miraculous thing I've ever done in my life. The pinnacle of my 6 years of being a raw vegan is the amazing community, Raw Vegan Heroes, that has grown so much bigger than me, so much bigger than all of us. It's a place to come together to celebrate the raw vegan lifestyle, to get the support, to be around like-minded individuals. We have over 2,600 members in our community, and it's the first step. It's what you need, whether you realize it or not. You don't need food. You don't need detox, you need the support. Watch what others are doing. Now, what I recommend is you join Raw Vegan Heroes and be a fly on the wall for a couple months and observe what others are doing. You might have an idea of what you think you should do, and then you observe others, thousands of others, and you'll be like, oh, actually, it's so much simpler than I thought. It's going to take the pressure off. It's going to help you drop your perfectionism. It's going to connect you with the currency of the universe, which is what you're really, truly looking for. And, you need coaching, and you get a weekly Q&A with me. You get world-class coaching from myself and my assistant coaches. You get my Raw Vegan Heroes Success Path video course. You get our private Facebook group, which has 2,600 people. We have a private member forum off of social media as well. And what else? A monthly Zoom meeting, which is incredible. My 14-day meal plan, which has over 60 recipes. It's transitional cooked vegan to high raw to fully raw recipes to help educate you and inspire you about how to make raw vegan dishes. Also, my Hot Topics training module, how to create exceptional vitality and energy on raw food. That's a training video. How to build muscle as a raw vegan. That's a training video. And the complete guide to raw vegan protein sources. That's a training video. And you get my juice fasting protocol, which is where I started. Detoxing the gut out and doing a 40-day juice fast to transform our gut microbiome health so we can actually absorb our nutrients better. So you have to do a juice fast to clean the gut out, and it's a very important step. So that's why I have an entire protocol you can follow. And then part 2 of my bowel detoxification guide protocol is how to break the fast and rebuild your gut microbiome over a 1-year period. So my protocol outlines an entire 1-year period. And if you join for 1 year, I will give you 75% off the Raw Vegan Heroes membership. So if you go into the description below, you're going to find a link for 75% off Raw Vegan Heroes. I highly recommend you click on the link and read what's included. There's the whole list of everything you're going to get, hundreds of hours of training videos, our amazing community, mental, emotional support, friendships, accountability, knowledge, wisdom, trainings, everything, 75% off. I want you to look at the price, look at what you get, and you're going to say, wow, this is the pinnacle of my work. Raw Vegan Heroes is my pride and joy. It's my life's work. I've put everything I know and can put into it to provide exceptional value. I highly recommend you get out of your isolation and get into connection. Really, support is the first step. So join me and lean on my certainty until you find your own certainty. Lean on my expertise until you develop your own expertise. Lean on the power of the community until you have your own support system. Lean on the wisdom and knowledge of others on their path until you see your path. This is why You got to get out of isolation. We really don't want to do it alone. You can't do it alone. Transformation will not happen alone. If you're ready to be raw vegan, you're not going to do it alone. So join Raw Vegan Heroes. So I hope this video was helpful. Really, it was my prayer that this message would be very helpful. Let's recap for 1 second. My 6 points that I wanted to make and what I've learned as a raw vegan of 6 years is number 1, empowerment beyond health. Okay, we have to reclaim our health, but there's so much more to our empowerment journey beyond our health transformation. 2 is it will trigger our service to others. When we actually heal, it's going to trigger the urge to provide service. And that's a very important step, and you need to pay attention to it. Number 3 is raw is not about perfectionism. Perfectionism is just like our ego getting in the way. So drop all perfectionism and do your best. Number 4 is raw is total freedom. Emotional, mental, spiritual, physical freedom. Absolute freedom. And it will set you free in a way that you can't even understand at this step. So I highly recommend you step onto the path. And 5, support is the first step, not food, not detox. That's a further down the road step, yes, but the first step to get you into action is getting out of isolation, connection, the currency of the universe, connection. It uplifts, it fills our cup, right? And number 6 is the Raw Vegan Heroes community is the best raw vegan support community in the world. It is the best raw vegan coaching in the world, hands down. My personal promise to you. Sending you all so much love, everybody. I hope this video was helpful. 6 years raw vegan for me, loving it. Every second is a blessing and a miracle. I'll never go back. I've learned too much. I'm deep in. And I'm over here in Austin, Texas. I am the black sheep going against the mainstream. But you know what? I march to the beat of my own drum because I've found the freedom. I've found the truth. I've found the promised land for my soul's destiny. And it is incredible. So we're all going to do this together. We're all waking up. You know, some wake up sooner, some wake up later. It's all okay. But the raw vegan awakening heals our soul. That's my message and my prayer to you. Sending you all much love. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Is this what you want now? Feels like you're looking for something.